Hi Taurus, here's a general look at your solar chart for the whole of 2010. I'm just going to give this to you straight, fast, direct. It'll be a bit like a list, but it's the best way so that if you need to, you can refer back to it later on in the year. So without further ado, I'll mention the eclipse on January the 15th. That's going to send a pulse of energy out over the subsequent 6 months, affecting your area of travel, contacts with people at a distance, higher education, and other activities which broaden your horizons in new and interesting sorts of ways. Planning or taking a long journey or going on a trip could be on the cards, especially one which has an educational element. By that I mean which kind of throws you into an unfamiliar milieu and environment. And you learn from it, and some of you could be learning a new language even, and that might not be a verbal language, that might be something like music or astrology. Also there could be more contact with those at a distance, visiting or playing host, and more correspondence of all kinds is likely. This eclipse could herald change coming through the law in some way as well, or some kind of bureaucratic thing. And during this period, an advisor or a teacher or a mentor could be a very positive influence. So be open to those sorts of things. When Jupiter enters Pisces from mid-January to June the 6th, your hopes are high and your dreams expansive. At last you feel you're making some progress with your social circle, friendships, group gatherings. All of these will be supportive to your aims. And once Jupiter parts company with Neptune and Chiron from the end of the first week of January, things will get clearer for you. In 2009, this at times confusing influence may have muddied the waters, left things hanging in the air for many of you related to your overall direction in life. Which way am I going to be able to go here? But from the beginning of January, there's going to be this growing sense of clarity coming in, and you're going to feel that at last you know what you're doing and you can make progress in a certain direction. And nice things could be coming your way. Nice surprises could be coming your way, particularly on June the 8th, September the 19th. That's when Jupiter conjuncts Uranus, so watch out for those dates there. When Saturn opposes Uranus from mid-April to early July, circumstances or structures which have been making you work harder, maybe creatively or during your leisure time, a creative artistic pursuit or a stop-go situation which puts the brake on that or on your love life, are gradually dissolving away. And as long as you are tenacious and self-disciplined in those areas, things are going to bear fruit, even though they're a long time coming. And that goes for love relationships of all kinds, to and any messages or example you're giving out to the children, the young ones in your life. But it's not all about strict regimes either, because success is likely to come more easily through strengthening family bonds and community relationships, online ones as well. So you're advised to take as light and as innovative and as unconventional, experimental approach as you can, and be very flexible in your thinking regarding these kinds of relationships. And also your domestic setup, you can get innovative kind of with that there as well. You'll get a growing sense of fulfillment out of that. Relocation or home improvements could be on the cards for some of you between those dates. Now Saturn aspecting Pluto as the year kicks off continues until the end of February, and then again from August to the beginning of September. That may mean you feel a little crowded, a little pressured by others to put a more sensible health exercise regime in place, or it may be that you're involved in some legal process, or perhaps you're working hard studying something, researching something. Some of you may feel the pull towards a more spiritual calling, as you will surely be rebirthing gradually into a new consciousness. In any of these areas, you may feel required to kind of follow the book, follow certain protocols which are maybe a little bit strict or limiting, but at least give you a structure. Or you may get involved in some kind of power struggle, some sort of seesaw situation, and you're more likely than ever to pull the plug on an idea or maybe a relationship that isn't working. Now, early Taurians will be feeling this influence most acutely over January and February and August 2010, but all of you are going to sense this kind of attempt at how you see it as subversion or pulling the rug out from under you, or control tactics coming from others near or far. So you may have to watch your P's and Q's as you kind of conform to this stricter regime, but you'll find a loophole. You may be emotionally snowed under at times, though, Taurus, but this vibration of Saturn-Pluto is evolutionary and forces you to discover your personal truth and helps you sort out what you really and truly want, helps you separate the wheat from the chaff, because someone else's opinion or approach just doesn't seem to be doing it for you, and the more it clashes with your values or beliefs, the better able you will be to find your own way. And that will involve a little bit of hard work. Now, the good news is that when Jupiter moves into Aries from June the 6th to September the 8th, the odds will definitely be more stacked in your favor from behind the scenes, and nice things could start coming your way. So the more you're busy behind the scenes preparing something, getting ready for something, the better it will be for you in the long run. The more you connect with your inner self, your artistic self, your spiritual self, the more you will benefit from Jupiter's protective and expansive and didactic influence, giving you this invisible safety net in your life. So you may be on a bit of a learning curve there. Well, that's the end of part 1 of your overview for 2010. Part 2 will be on there, probably next door to it. So see you then.